Yo, guys, what's up? It's your boy, Oversized Al, aka Ryan White, here on the podcast today with Cooper, of course. How you doing, Cooper?
Yo, what's up? Great. Doing great.
Long time no see, of course. So first off, Deshaun Watson finally got his suspension. Um, I mean, it's like a 6 game suspension that you kind of predicted, I would say, in
Yeah.
the last in the podcast before this. Um, did you feel like that was like fair to him, or do you think they should have done longer, or what do you think?
So honestly, I was expecting a harsher sentence, like maybe a 9 or 10 game suspension.
Yeah,
6 is like it's not bad for him. Like that's really not that bad.
yeah,
We'll see what he can do after those 6 games.
hmm,
Uh I mean, but good for him, right? So
yeah. I mean, the thing with it too is that Calvin Ridley, who bet like $1,000 on his own team to win, he got suspended for a whole season. And Deshaun Watson, as you know, he only got 6 games. So what my dad was talking to me about was like, hey, that's it's kind of not fair for some guy who's paying money on his own team to win, which is a
yeah.
good thing. Um, he gets a whole season off, and then Sean Watson only gets 6 games.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I feel like it would be almost like if he was betting for them to lose and like affecting that, then I think that would be like worth penalizing. But if you're
Yeah,
betting on your team to win, then you're doing everything in your power to win.
yeah, of course. So I mean, I do think it's a good sentence. 6 games.
Yeah.
Um, we were all kind of expecting it, but we weren't hoping for it. Um, but do you still think the Browns have a good chance to make the playoff season, even with Deshaun having a 6 game suspension?
I think they could. I would see them maybe in a wild card matchup. Uh,
Okay.
More likely, at least. They could make the playoffs. It's just adjusting to a new quarterback, especially one that's coming in like 6 games in. So it'll be an
Yeah.
adjustment for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of weird not seeing him play for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I know they signed Jacoby Brissett to be the
Mhm.
backup, which he'll probably be the starter for the first six games of the season.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then again with the Browns, Kareem Hunt, the running back, behind Nick Chubb, them two are like a kind of a power duo.
Yeah.
Uh, he requested a trade uh, for the Browns. I mean, for himself to the
Okay.
Browns, and basically the Browns were like, "Hey, we don't care, play the freaking season," because he only has 1 year left on his contract.
Okay.
So he requested a trade. They obviously denied it.
Hmm.
So it's like kind of lose to lose situation for both of them.
Yeah.
So
And I'm not sure, like, so um, say a running back like him requested a trade, didn't get it, and then just didn't play well or purposely didn't play well. Would it be a penalty? What would happen?
I don't think it'd be a penalty. I think it's just be he would lose value, I guess, in the market as a free agent since he will be a free agent next year.
Yeah.
Um, which he'll probably make less money if he did that.
Okay. So
So
would that be the only repercussions to that?
probably, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it would be. But I mean, I'm excited to see the Browns play. I think they'll definitely make the playoffs, in my opinion. I am a Browns fan, so it's kind of you know,
Yeah.
a little biased,
A
but
little bias.
I mean, that's just how I feel. And I mean, again, with Amari Cooper, we have Amari Cooper, wide receiver,
Yeah.
we got from the Cowboys. So, I mean, I think we are in a good position. Of
Mhm.
course, we all knew Deshaun would be penalized. So I mean, we're still on the right tracks, trying to get to that playoff win, hopefully a
Yeah,
Super Bowl win.
yeah. That'll be a
So
big step in the right direction.
yeah, for sure. Um, Another recent news, Cooper, Marshawn Lynch got arrested for drunk driving in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Um, to me, this isn't like demote his image of himself towards me. Like I still love Marshawn Lynch,
yeah,
but it's just I guess for other people in the media, this kind of puts a very negative connotation on him.
yeah. I think he just kind of messed up. Uh, yeah. I mean, drunk driving is always not okay, but
Yeah. At least at least he
everybody
was
makes mistakes.
yeah, no, at least he wasn't like Henry Ruggs who actually
Yeah, that
killed
was like
somebody. Yeah.
recklessly just that was crazy. But
Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah,
yeah, what are you gonna do about it? You know, probably not drink next time.
yeah.
But I mean, I
I still love Marshawn Lynch, and
yeah,
yeah,
of course. He's yeah, I think he lives in Las Vegas, but he played in Seattle for a long time.
yeah, yeah,
So um other recent news, Brittany Griner, of course, still is being detained in Russia.
yeah.
Cooper. Um this is pretty this has gone on for like 5 months now. Um, you know, it's kind of sad to see, somebody like her caliber as an athlete
Mhm.
kind of be, I guess, cause she is a female, there's
Yeah,
not as much of a rush to get her. And I've been hearing people say like, "Hey, what if that was LeBron James?" Like, there would be immediately, you
yeah.
know, somebody there to the U.S. to trade. So, I mean, would you say it's kind of a jerk move right now by the U.S. or by Biden not, trying to get her back home?
I mean, it's kind of a volatile place in Russia, and so he's probably stepping on eggshells right now to try and get her back. I'm not really sure. Like, I know they sentenced her to 9 years in Russian court. Um, but the last thing I heard was like they were gonna try and like trade Russian
Yeah,
intelligence or something like that for her. But
yeah. I mean, I feel like that'd be fair too. Like, it's a pretty fair trade.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, I really hope she comes back home safely.
yeah, yeah.
And it sucks that I don't think she only brought like zero point 0.9 grams of, I think, marijuana or something. I'm not even sure what the
That's
drug was.
crazy.
Yeah,
Point nine.
yeah, something like that. So it just tells you how crazy Russia is.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it's not like it's recreational here, but
yeah,
uh,
it's pretty different in other places.
yeah.
Um, so NBA, Cooper is still in the off season, of course.
Hmm.
Um, Things have been pretty boring for us, of course, because there hasn't been much news to break, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, one person who's still in talks for getting traded is KD.
Yeah.
I saw on ESPN that his two most desired destinations right now are the 76ers and the Celtics.
Okay.
Do you find that pretty interesting, or what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I know we talked about it last time. Him going to the Celtics at least. Um, I just so I read something on ESPN. It was like Katie said it's either me or Steve Nash.
Oh
And
wow,
so I was kind of like, wow, replacing a coaching staff would be kind of hard.
yeah,
Not sure who's really open to take that job, but I think it would be I think many coaches would be maybe eager to coach KD or Kyrie or something like that. But
So are you saying it's more like the reason why he's trying to leave is because the coaching, like Steve Kerr?
That's what I kind of interpreted out of that.
Okay.
Um, Maybe not. Maybe that wasn't the case, but he really did put that out, and he said it's either me or Steve Nash. So I would think that says something about the coaching, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I mean, I thought it was something about the front office, maybe. I guess that's probably not true. Um, but I do I do know Kyrie's still gonna be there. He said he'd play for Brooklyn whether or not Katie's there.
yeah,
Um, so I mean, I kind of feel bad for the Nets, obviously, because they're losing KD. Maybe not this year, probably next year, I would say.
yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, if you want to trade for KD, it's going to take a long time for negotiating for him.
Hmm.
So could you see Boston or 76ers taking him? Like, do you think it's really a possibility?
I don't know because I'm not sure like the mindset of the Celtics or the mindset of the 76ers. I feel like the 76ers kind of have all their pieces. Maybe they're lacking a couple role players, but I think they, for the most part, have their stars. And trading away, it, I don't know. I think it would just be more of a hassle, especially because KD really didn't put up great numbers in the playoffs, and then last season he was injured for half the season, like 40
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
So I'm not sure what their mindset is. I don't. Realistically, I don't think he'll get traded within this off season. I think one more year in Brooklyn, and then we'll see KD on another team.
yeah. But I mean, so the Celtics, they definitely have a lot of pieces they could trade. Same with the
Hmm.
76ers.
Yeah,
But to me, there's no way the 76ers would trade for KD because I mean, and when I was thinking about KD's perspective, I was like, why do you want to go back and play with James Harden?
yeah.
Like he already left you.
Or maybe James Harden is in that trade, but already he's taken a pay cut. He's proven that he wants to be with the 76ers. And then the 76ers turning on him like that, it would just be kind of a jerk move.
Yeah,
I just don't see him on another team this offseason.
yeah.
So
Unless there's like some crazy trade that
yeah,
comes along.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, people have said Suns maybe, maybe
yeah.
even the Nuggets
I think
or
you could make a valid argument for the Suns.
okay.
I think so.
To me, I thought personally they were going to trade DeAndre Ayton
I did
to
too.
for KD. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
Because me, I feel like Devin Booker and KD together would be unstoppable.
mm, yeah,
So, and maybe Chris Paul if he doesn't get traded in that instance. But
yeah,
um, so with the Los Angeles Lakers, Cooper, this season they're I saw in a tweet that the coaching staff and the Lakers organization they're going to try to be a more they're going to plan to be more playing for Anthony Davis. Like the offensive schemes are going to be more towards Anthony Davis than LeBron or Russ. Um, I mean, it's pretty interesting. I don't know
yeah.
what kind of changed their mindset probably from last year, of course, how bad they were. Um,
I
but
mean,
I
that's
mean,
valid, being that Anthony Davis was pretty much injured the whole year last year.
yeah, so they never really got a chance to
Yeah, he didn't get any
show.
playing time. So
Yeah,
yeah, I would think, and I mean, he's the youngest one out of them. So I would definitely focus my offense around him because like, I think people forget how great he was
yeah,
before all these injuries.
yeah.
He was just
He,
a different kind of beast. It was,
yeah, he was averaging about 28, 15, like 2 assists.
yeah,
Like that's
dude
crazy.
was crazy.
Yeah. And especially when I'm pretty sure one year he took the Pelicans to like almost the Western Conference Finals. Like they were pretty close. There was like the round before, like semifinals.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this just shows you how much he carried his team.
Yeah.
And
Dude, he
like
carried them so hard.
I know. And I'm kind of happy. Really hope he doesn't like get any more injuries or anything next year because I
Yeah.
really do want to see him, Russ, and LeBron play all together.
I want to see how the chemistry is going to work. Um, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. Uh, just who's taking up the ball, uh, who's taking the most shots. Because I mean, I don't know if LeBron's gonna expect the most shots or expect the ball, or Russell Westbrook's gonna expect to be the floor general. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but I'm interested to see how they perform as a team next year.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure LeBron's up for an extension too, if he wants to get one.
Yeah.
Um, already this offseason. So I mean, if he doesn't sign the extension, is that a big like, maybe like fact that he doesn't really want to be in Los Angeles anymore? Would you take it as that or
I think probably I don't think he'll sign the extension just because Bronny is getting
um
closer to that draft date.
yeah,
And I think he kind of wants to keep his options more free, more open.
yeah.
Maybe he can create something this year with the Lakers and then go other places.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely like it's still like, hard for me to imagine him playing with Bronny because Bronny, I mean, he's a good basketball player, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen him like in the top 20, 25 of his class so
Oh
far.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we talked about this before, but I was wondering if you wanted to look through like the rankings of this year's high school basketball class.
Yeah, you can pull it up. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
cool.
down.
So I know Bronny was ranked, I think it was like 43,
Okay.
which isn't amazing, but I mean,
I
he's
mean, but
still,
it's still cool to see him like in the top 50, you know.
yeah. Okay, let me pull this up.
So this is the top 100 Cooper of the
Yes.
2023 basketball class.
Okay,
It's
so we
kind of
got,
kind of surprising how number one guy is only 6'2".
I know, um, so
See
maybe
Bronny, 39.
he's 39.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how tall is he? 6'3".
Yeah, 6'3", 180.
He's only a 4 star.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, so DJ Wagner 6'2", which is pretty interesting.
yeah.
I'm surprised he's not committed to school yet.
He's
Uh,
probably just waiting probably until the last day of school or
yeah,
whenever it's time to commit. Who does he have any offers?
he really no college activity available. Maybe he does behind the scenes or something, but
Okay.
Kwame Evans, let's look at him. So he's
Mod
committed to Oregon.
okay. Right.
6'9", 200.
Kind of skinny.
Yeah,
Kind of skinnier guy.
it's a big dude though, for sure.
Yeah. I've heard of Montverde Academy a lot. I'm pretty sure that's where Ben Simmons went,
Oh yeah,
where D'Angelo Russell went. A lot of NBA players.
yeah.
So
Is it California
no,
school?
I
Okay.
think it's Baltimore. Maybe I don't know,
Baltimore. Okay.
or maybe it's I don't know. Might have to search it.
We got Mackenzie. He's got a lot of offers.
Jeez. Oklahoma State.
Shoot.
Is there?
Yeah.
That'd be
Dang.
awesome if you went
Yeah.
there.
That would be cool.
A lot of people from New Jersey
Yeah.
already.
Not a lot from
Yo, wait, is that Donda? Number 12?
Donda.
Donda Academy? Dude,
No way. Justin Edwards, Kentucky commit.
nice. If I were, so if you were an athlete, Cooper, and like every single college, uh, you know, offered you, which one would you commit to?
Kansas.
Kansas? Okay.
Kansas.
I think I'd do the same. Kansas or Kentucky
Yeah. Yeah. Or Duke.
or Duke.
Just a great program.
Yeah. Amen to that.
Yeah. I mean, so I think we should address this maybe on a later podcast. Maybe when we have more knowledge about these players.
Yeah.
But I think definitely we could break down like top 25 or something.
Yeah.
Future.
Like
Just,
each player and everything.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But these are your future NBA stars right here.
Amen to that. Free college. It's always a good thing.
Yeah, yeah,
So, Cooper, as you know, baseball is coming around pretty soon. Um, I've kind of been trying to make sure I know which players I want to take in the draft.
yeah.
And, I'm trying to make sure each player I take is going to be 100%, the best player that they can be.
Mhm,
So, as I'm reading this book, and this is the ESPN fantasy
mhm,
football book.
yeah.
And so their top five QBs are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and then Kyler Murray. So to me, what stands out is Lamar Jackson. Because to be honest, last year he was pretty trash. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But that's because he was hurt,
Yeah,
obviously.
the injury.
Uh, he had 16 passing touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He played 12 games, so obviously he missed 5 games. Um, to me, I would just put Lamar Jackson like probably 9, 10, or 11 around that area
Mhm.
because we still don't know if he's going to be 100% yet. And he only has one really good receiver right now, which is Rashad Bateman. And, they lost Marquise Brown and they
Mhm.
lost a couple other wide receivers. So to me right now, he's kind of a question. It's I'm not sure if he's going to be 2019 Lamar Jackson when he was
Yeah.
like 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions,
Yeah.
1,000 yards rushing. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
So to me, he should probably be down a little lower, probably like 9 to 12 area. I would say
Yeah. I would say
um,
top 10, but
top
like
10. Okay,
9
low
or
top
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level low.
Okay. And then Kyler Murray at 5 to me.
That's kind of
Again,
crazy.
yeah, I'm
Even with
just
the big deal, I don't know. That's
well. So what happens? They took it out of his contracts and no longer exists. The 4 hours of independent study.
no, I wasn't even talking about just like the big
Oh
contract that he
yeah.
got. So
What was it like 5 year, 230 million, right?
yeah, something like
Okay.
that. This is a lot of money.
Yeah, they're
So
investing a lot in him.
yeah,
So, I mean, yes, he does have a lot of amazing receivers around him. DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, AJ Green.
yeah,
Um, they did lose Christian Kirk to the Jaguars. So, but I mean, they still got Marquise, and they do
mhm,
have Zach Ertz.
yeah. Zach
So,
Ertz is a
do
monster.
you see Kyler Murray playing like being in the top 5 maybe, or where do you see him at?
With all that talent, I think he could be top five. Now that I think about it, I think 5 to 7, somewhere in there. Maybe six,
Yeah.
top
And yeah,
six.
sure. I mean, he did lose DeAndre Hopkins towards the later part, towards it was in like the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, that did affect him. And as you can see, like he had 24 passing touchdowns, 10 receptions.
Mhm.
So not a bad ratio, you
Yeah.
know.
And throughout the
Um,
later games, DeAndre Hopkins would kind of come back in, struggling with that hamstring injury, of kind of re-tearing it or
yeah,
tweaking it. So that could be a factor for last year's performance.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, especially, I think this year, I think he's actually going to run the ball a lot more. Like, I think he's going to be, because last year he only had 400 yards rushing. So to me, I think he's probably going to go at least over 500.
Mhm.
That's my prediction.
And what does their backfield look like? What's
So
their
right now they have James Conner,
okay?
and James Conner had like 15 touchdowns last year. So he was really good last year.
Yeah.
This year, I'm not too sure about him. I feel like they might pass the ball a little more.
Mm,
And I feel like Kyler Murray's gonna be more of a runner as well. So I'm not sure if he's gonna get that same amount of touches as he did last year.
mhm.
I mean, they did lose Chase Edmonds to Miami. So they brought in Daryl Williams from KC. So I mean, I think, you know, James Conner could be a solid top 15, maybe running back.
Yeah. I think he'll definitely punch it in when they're 5 to 10 yards.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then number six, like on the top 10 scale now, number six, we have Jalen Hurts. Number seven, we have Joe Burrow. Eight, Tom Brady. Nine, Dak Prescott. And then 10, Russell Wilson. So a lot to unpack here.
yeah.
Jalen Hurts to me, he should be low top 10, maybe even a little bit outside the top 10. He sure they have AJ Brown now. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And they have Devontae Smith. Um, but I mean, so last year he averaged 16. He had 16 touchdowns passing and 9 receptions. But then he rushed for over 750 yards. And he had 10 touchdowns rushing.
Oh,
So, it kind of mixes in like him as a runner and a passer.
yeah,
I think this year he's probably gonna have to be more of a passer than a
yeah.
runner.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I could see that with the talent they've acquired. Uh,
Would you put him in number six, or would you put him lower or higher?
Probably an 8, I think.
Eight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would put Joe Burrow ahead of him.
Okay. Yes, I would too. So moving on to Joe Burrow, seven, still a little too low.
Yeah.
He should probably be at least top five. I think,
Hmm.
like maybe four, five, or three, around there, that area. So, because I mean, he has um, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
So, I think and especially coming off last year
Yeah.
as the
Crazy
losing,
season.
yeah, losing in the Super Bowl, like I think he's seeking revenge. So,
Yeah.
I think he might get it. He
I,
might,
I think he very well could.
yeah. And then I'm gonna say this last thing here. Tom Brady at 8 is way, way too low.
Yeah. I
Like
think considering his age, which Tom Brady's age really hasn't
45.
mattered for a while. So I think maybe like a 5 or 6 would be more reasonable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him in the top. I wouldn't put him in that top 4 only because um, he's just getting a little bit older. I think obviously he's proven he can perform at that level. He's been performing at for that long, but he's got to like he's got to decline at some point, right? Like maybe this
I
isn't the
mean,
year, but he's
maybe.
got to he's got to get worse at some point.
He might never goop, and that's the problem. He might just have to live with it.
Or
So,
he just retires before it gets that bad.
well, he tried that and then he just came back. So,
So I'm wondering if he's prepared for this season.
I mean, that's a good question because he might not be.
Yeah.
He might not be as prepared as he was last year. So, you know,
And he
those are kind of
doesn't have Gronk this year
yeah.
either.
Gronk
So
is out.
we've talked about
Um,
that. But
they do still have Leonard Fournette though,
mm,
in their running back, so
yeah,
he should be good to go.
they got Mike
Um,
Evans too. So I mean, I
yeah,
think they're pretty set. But
I'm excited to see fantasy football this year. It's gonna be really awesome. A lot of new players, a lot of new faces on new teams. So I
yeah,
mean, we've been talking about all year, ever since Super Bowl, was over.
yeah,
I mean, who's gonna go where? What's gonna happen? And to be honest, like I think free agency kind of lived up to the expectation of
hmm
being crazy, and
yeah,
so many people will go into different teams, and
yeah. It was pretty crazy.
it was fun to watch.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna address one thing. Dak Prescott being top 10 is crazy.
What? Yeah,
Like, okay, he's paid like a top 10 quarterback, but he doesn't perform. Like, it's just so aggravating that he's always in the top 10. Like, he really hasn't done anything.
true.
Like,
Like it.
what has he done for Dallas?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Like, what? That's their franchise quarterback, and he hasn't proved jack squat for them, right? So,
So are you talking about like his stats or like the playoffs or what you are you talking
yeah,
about like
just his playoffs performance and then
yeah.
regular season. It's just not.
Regular season he's pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah, he's above
Just
average, but
just like in the playoffs, I think that's when he kind of like shuts off a little bit.
hmm
And
yeah. And obviously he's been injured. He's battled with injury
yeah.
throughout his career, but
But yeah, so I mean, I think that Prescott maybe should be out of the top 10. I would probably leave him at 9, maybe 10.
yeah.
Um, but I get where you're coming from because yes, he hasn't. I don't think he's ever won a playoff game.
Has
Maybe
he?
he had.
Maybe
I don't know.
he might have.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
might
know.
have.
I'm gonna look this up so we don't get like trashed. I'll
all
look it
these
up real
all
quick.
these Cowboy fans come after us.
Cowboys fans are annoying, bro.
Yeah, let me say one thing. Okay,
Yeah,
Cowboys fans are the worst fans in the world. The
yeah.
Dallas Cowboys specifically.
Okay, dude, he's 1-3 in the playoffs. 1-3. He's only been a 4 playoff games.
How long has
Let's
he been playing?
let me see. Let me see. Uh, obviously, uh, playoff win. One second.
Because I
Playoff.
feel like he's been playing forever.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
he's 29 now. He's about to be 30 pretty soon. So yeah, the Cowboys fans, if you're watching this,
He's been in for 6 seasons.
okay,
Only 4 playoff games. That's crazy.
yeah.
That is
Tom Brady, yeah. Tom
crazy.
Brady was at like 20 games, 20 playoff games by his sixth
Yeah.
season.
That means he's never been past the first round.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, he
true.
won
That's terrible.
once. He won once.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
So really, he only has been to the playoffs 3
So do
times.
wild card games count as playoff or no?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
So maybe he won wild card.
I mean, hey. So, okay, you want to talk about Drake now and Kendrick?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let me put this mic to my face. Um, so let me just say this, okay?
okay, okay.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake can't even be compared. I think Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper, maybe of all time. Maybe Drake's still pretty good. He's just like
I
just
heavily agree with you. That statement was right on, bro.
like give me a Drake song that you remember. You don't. You don't remember it.
Jimmy
Because I mean, like,
Cooks.
yeah, that's a good song. That's a great song. I love Jimmy
It's
Cooks.
pretty recent too,
But I mean, like,
but Kendrick just doesn't miss.
yeah,
Every album there's at least one, and
yeah.
there's usually like three or four that just are crazy.
But
And
you know
they're
what?
so good.
Drake steals people's flows, and
Hmm.
that's a big issue for me because I remember I was watching this one day. I was watching XXX Tentacion, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was talking about how Drake's manager hit him up, and he was like, "Hey, like you have a really nice song. I think he was talking about um, Look at Me. You remember
Hmm.
Look at Me?
Yeah.
So he was talking about that song, and Drake, who loved he loved X's song so much that he made an exact replica, but not the same song, just like a replica, the same flow. And to me, that's just like, come on, you can't steal somebody's,
Yeah.
flow like that.
Yeah. That's so annoying, bro.
And
And
I feel like Drake's last couple of albums have been trash.
yeah, honestly, Nevermind was really just.
He had one good song. That's
I
it.
don't know why he even dropped that. Like, I think Jimmy Cooks is the best song, and it's like maybe above average. Like, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I bump it in my car, but I think he could have done better for sure.
I think he was like, he might have been sending a message or something, or it's got to
Yeah,
be something weird because,
it's more of like an R&B type album. It's kind of like his later or his earlier work, like where he was just like had those weird flows and beats. I
yeah,
mean, I liked his older stuff, like shoot, just yeah, they're
if
pretty
you're reading
good.
this, it's too late. That's like one
Yeah,
of my favorite ones.
yeah.
Um, well, like Drake, man, he does, he can switch it up. He
Hmm.
has different you know, different vocal expressions he can do, like R&B and rap and pop.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Kendrick, man, he's always,
It's just so
he's bringing he's bringing the heat. You know what I
he's
mean?
just yeah, he's just that guy.
And even if like he's on feature or something,
Dude,
he's
on a
still
feature, he's so good.
he's popping off.
He's almost better.
Yeah.
Like he's crazy on a feature.
What's his like best feature song? Would you say?
Family Ties.
Yeah.
Recently, like as recent
Yeah.
uh
Well, I
f-
mean, if you were listening like back in the day, what would you say?
um
Like 2012, 20 to 2017 or
shoot, I started listening to him in like 2017, I think.
yeah.
When Damn dropped. That was like I was just
Was that his
listening to
best
that.
album?
No, To Pimp a
No.
Butterfly is mine.
Is
That's
it
my favorite album.
I like it to Pimp a Butterfly because like he's really saying a message,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not many rappers talk about messages
And I
anymore.
think all of his albums have a great, like, obviously it's not like a great message, but like they have a message. There's a meaning behind them. Good Kid, Mad City is like number two for me.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
crazy good.
Yeah.
Just
How did you feel about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers? Do you feel like it was like one of his better albums or worse albums, or
I
how'd you
think
feel?
I wouldn't even put it like I wouldn't even compare it to his other albums because it's just so different. It was like it was kind of like a soul like it was almost a story
Yeah.
in a way. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just so different from his other works. Um, but I loved the features. They weren't like huge names, but they were great.
Hmm.
Um, N95 is a great song. It's probably the biggest song on that album.
Yeah, it is.
Uh, um,
Die Hard,
what's the one with oh gosh,
Kodak.
yeah, go to is it Silent Hill? Or no,
Yeah.
that's
It's
it
no, it's
is.
Silent Hill. Yeah,
It is okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
yeah. I like
I
that
also like I like Rich Spirit
for Spirit.
and and
Yeah,
um
I think it was a Savior interlude. I like that
yeah.
one.
And then
Most
what's
gravy
the
to you.
first song on his album called? It's like Countdown something.
I'd have to look. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
that's like one of my favorites. Um,
Yeah,
but like Drake for me, I mean not Drake. I mean Kendrick for me is like he's top tier. Like the way he spits his lyrics and the way he writes
yeah.
is so beautiful.
It's just
And
it's a masterpiece.
like to me, it's whenever I try to write my own lyrics, I'm like, what the hell am I even saying? You know, like
Like I'm not trying to slander Drake.
yeah.
He has good he has some good albums. I just think Kendrick's just miles above him,
Okay,
in
so
my
for
opinion
me,
at least.
so I have the album up. My favorite songs on the albums. In '95, of course, like you said, Die Hard, United in
Mhm.
Grief,
Okay.
Rich Spirit, Silent Hill. Those are my favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I think like Kendrick is and on this recent album, he didn't really get that many streams as his other albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, I think it was just such a different, you
Mm.
know, it was so different from his other albums. People were like, "Oh man, what? Like this isn't Drake. I mean, this isn't Kendrick."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It still is."
It's just a different form of Kendrick.
Yeah,
Um,
he doesn't have to be the same Kendrick. You know, he always is.
yeah,
He can
he's
switch it up.
evolving. So
Yeah. So I mean, I think Kendrick, Drake, you know, all those guys are pretty awesome.
yeah.
Who would you say like is like a underrated rapper right now? He's not I mean he's big, but he's not super big. Like more people should listen to him.
Um, Probably like Schoolboy Q.
Okay.
He has
Um,
some good songs. They're usually pretty short,
yeah.
but yeah, they really go hard.
I actually listened to Lil Uzi Vert's new EP,
Okay. I
Red and
haven't.
White.
I haven't. Is it good?
It's it's not bad. I downloaded two songs on it.
Yeah.
Uh Space Cadet and For Fun. So you should definitely listen to it.
All right, I will. I
I think
will.
you'll like it. So anything else you want to talk about?
I'm trying to think. Nothing else that really comes to mind. In the sports
Yeah, it's
world, at least,
more of a shorter podcast today.
I'm ready for football to start.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready to for
Especially
college
college
and
football.
NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we can cover both at the same time. We'll have a lot of content.
We
A
need
lot.
we need to get Josh and some other people on.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like
And
Edwin maybe
hopefully we'll have the setup.
studio. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so we can do
yeah.
it in person.
So I was thinking about the studio. Like, would you mind if it was just at my house, or would
Yeah,
you want to
I
come to your
wouldn't
house?
care. No, I don't
Okay,
care.
okay. Because me, I'm sure like when your sister moves out, we can definitely set
Yeah,
up something
I'll
good.
get something going. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
about to get a door, so it won't be as
Oh
loud
wow,
podcast. So it'll be nice.
nice. Finally.
Yeah.
You've
So
been there
much
for
background noise.
I don't know, you've been there for like what, 8 months now?
Uh,
9, 10 months?
7 or
Seven?
8. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro. Thank you guys for listening and watching today on the podcast. If you guys can, go check out our Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, all of it. Go check them all out.
Sir.
Me and Kipper really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're trying to grow the channel, of course.
Hmm.
And we actually are making a studio, and
Yes.
that's gonna be coming pretty soon.
And sometime in the near future, we will be at your local mall.
Yes.
We
Yes, we
will.
will.
We will.
And we're trying to get Josh Kitty on the podcast. It's gonna
I'm
happen.
working for it. Hopefully
So
we can. That would be amazing.
yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Josh, if you ever watch this, we love
Yes.
you. Come on the podcast. We want to question you.
Yes, we do. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and please make sure to subscribe. Thank you.